Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in this video I'll be showing you the rules in multiplication and division of negative and positive signs. That is a regular plus and minus sign. I call this rule the golden rule. So please stay around, and at the end of this video you surely get the rule. Let's jump in right now. Welcome guys. Now let's dive in. I said I'll be showing you the rules in division and multiplication of signs. Now these signs we're going to be using are what? Positive and negative signs. That's what we're going to be using throughout. Our positive sign and what? Our negative sign, plus and minus signs. Now this first part here, this first part here. Now the golden rule, which I said I'll be showing you guys here, says if we have two identical signs multiplying or dividing themselves, it will give you a positive sign. I repeat again, if you have two identical signs multiplying or dividing themselves, it will give you a positive sign. Let's look at it together. Now this first part says plus times minus. Remember the golden rule. Remember the what? Golden rule. I think I have to write this somewhere. I think I have to write this here somewhere. Golden rule. Golden rule. Okay, thanks. Remember the what? Golden rule that says that if you have two identical signs multiplying themselves or dividing themselves, it will give you what? A positive sign. Now this first part say plus times what? Plus. We have two signs actually multiplying themselves, will surely give us a positive what? Sign. See, our answer will be positive. Let me write that well. It's not good. Coming. Alright. Yes, better now. Positive. Why? Because we have two identical signs multiplying themselves. The next one is what? Number 2 here says minus times minus. Remember again, look at it again. Two identical signs, which means it will give us what? A positive what? Sign. It's very simple. Now look at what will happen at this side that says plus times minus. Now we don't have two identical signs. These are two different signs that are actually multiplying themselves. Plus times minus. Positive sign times a negative sign. Now the golden rule says if you have two identical signs multiplying themselves, will give us what? A positive sign. Now at this point, plus times minus will give us what? Minus. Why? Two different signs, they are not the same, so we don't give it shouldn't give us a positive sign, it gives a negative sign. If it was minus times minus, which is plus, we've seen it here, because there are two identical signs multiplying themselves, giving us what? Positive. Next one, number 4, minus times plus. Wherever the minus is, once the sign here are what? Are different, it will give us what? A negative what? Sign. That is it. Once the sign there are what? Different, it will give us what? A negative sign. But if the sign there are what? The same, it will give us what? A positive sign. That is what with this rule you can use to solve any questions in this. Now let's move over to the what? Division part. Let's move on to this part here. The first part says plus divided by what? Plus will give us what? The same rule says what? That is when we have two identical signs multiplying or dividing themselves, give us what? A positive sign. Our answer will be what? Positive. Number 2, minus divided by what? Minus is what? Yes, positive, because what? They have what? The same what? Signs. Number 3 says positive divided by what? Negative. This will surely give us a what? I can't. Yes, negative. Why? They are different. They are not the same. They are not what? The same. Totally different. Next one here says minus divided by what? Positive. Give us what? In a negative sign. Very, very simple. Please, if you like what we are doing here, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Share this video with your friends so we can receive let this channel grow, please. Let's do something on our own. Let me explain one more time the golden rule. It says that when you have two same signs or identical signs multiplying or dividing themselves, it will give you what? A positive answer. We've seen this multiplication part here, plus times plus, because they are the same, giving us positive. Let's go to division part. Say plus divided by plus, give us positive. Why? Because they are two identical signs. Once you know this, it will guide you solving questions like this. Solving questions like 2 times minus 2, sorry, 2 times plus 2, or 2 times minus 2. If you don't know this I'm teaching right now, you can't know this one here. You can't know what I'm giving you. You can't know how to solve this. You can't. So it's better we know how to do this properly before we move to something like this, because the same principle we're going to use to solve this, we're going to solve this. And let's do an exercise, a very simple exercise together. We'll do it together, but before I give you your own. Now, plus times, sorry, please let me get something that will be stronger. Okay, now plus times plus is what? Positive. Why? Two same signs multiplying themselves. The golden rule. Two same signs multiplying themselves give us a positive sign. This is what we just did. Now let's move to a very different example, a bit different, but the same thing. Once you know the basic, the golden rule, you'll be able to solve any other one. Now let's continue. Minus times plus times minus times plus. Look at this properly. Look at this very, very well. It's looking very tricky, but it's very, very simple. Minus times plus. Remember our rule. Two different signs will give us what? Two different signs will give us what? A negative. But two same signs will give us a positive. So this, let me break it down so that we'll all get this together and break it down for you. So which means let me get something. Which means this times this will give us what? Can someone tell me? Yes, negative. Are we saying it? That is, this one gave us this. So then this is minus. Then minus times what? This minus is what? Minus times minus, then times plus. So we have here minus times minus is what? Let me change my pen for minus times minus is what? Positive. Is what? Positive. That is plus. Well, what we have here is what? Times what? This last one. This last plus. So plus times plus is what? Positive. Why? Because they are of the same signs multiplying themselves. Two identical signs multiplying themselves give us what? Positive. Or two identical signs dividing themselves give us what? A positive answer. So that's why we have plus times plus will give us what? Positive. So this is our final answer is what? Positive. So which means this here will give us what? Positive. Are we all following? Are we all following? Are we all following? It's very simple. Let's solve one more. Let's solve one more. I'll make sure this one is something that we can all. It's very very simple. It's very very simple. So plus times plus times minus times plus. Looking at this, I know the answer straight. I can tell you the answer without doing any other thing, but we need to do it together. So remember, this times gives us what? Positive. Gives us what? Positive. Then what we need to do next is what? Then remember, this one is multiplying whatever we have here. This one here is giving us what? This one here is giving us what? A positive answer. This one is giving us positive. So times minus, what's it going to give us? So this, let me write it out for you. So times negative sign times positive sign. As we did the first one, plus times minus is what? Two different signs multiplying themselves is what? Please remember the rule. A negative what? Sign. It will surely give us a negative sign. So this is minus. Then times, remember this one has given us what? A minus. Then times what? Times plus. So minus times plus will give us what? Minus. Why? Because two different signs multiplying themselves will give us what? A negative what? A negative sign. A negative sign. Very very simple. Make sure you practice. The more you practice, the better you get. The more you practice your maths work, the better you become. So let me give you something. Let me just give you one. Give you something. All right, I'll be giving you guys the exercise now to do something you can do by yourself. It's very very simple. Just follow what I've done. Remember the golden rule. Try using the golden rule to solve this. You'll be able to get it very very well. It's very simple. Now, as I said before, let's do something. Plus, plus times minus times plus times minus is equals to. So please do the exercise for me, and I would like to know if this is the first one. The second one says minus times minus times minus times minus times plus. It's very simple. So it says make sure you solve this exercise and let me see what you're able to do. If you find it difficult, please make sure you comment and let me know. We can do this together. be all for today, and hope I'll not do the next time. Please, if this is your first time watching our video and you like what you see, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, like, comment, share this video to as many people as possible. Thank you very much.